Welcome to day 12 of the Blossom Sketchbook Challenge. I'm Danny at DANIGIRLART. On day 12, we're drawing Floria by Bunny Wright. And I'm doing a voiceover for this video, and I'm going to be honest up front that I had some times drawing this that I felt like I was not happy with my page. But this is a great example. Just keep going. So my frame of mind, I think, had a little bit to do with it. I had something kind of stuck in my mind that was bothering me, and I personally find that if something's bothering me, it can work one of two ways. It could make me create something great, or my frustration comes out in my work. And that was kind of what was happening to begin with. But here I am, I'm drawing Floria, and the step out is below in the details. So please feel free to go to the step out to see how to draw this. And I'm starting with a black micron, and I'm going to draw a few of these on my page. So it was in my head, did not come out quite how I had wanted it to on my paper. So this is a good learning experience though, or maybe you'll look at it and be like, no, I like that. And that's the great thing about art, is that we can have different opinions and like different things. So I'm now taking koi brush markers, and I'm going in and drawing Floria with these brush markers. And I am starting without any micron. I'm just going in with the color of the koi brush markers. All right, so that's a little bright and maybe is not as much detail as I want, but I'm going to pause from it, and I'm going to go in. I'm going to start adding some color to my original ones that were done with the black micron. So I'm going to add a little bit of the brush marker, and then I'm going to take a paintbrush with some water, and I'm going to spread out the marker. So now I'm going back in with the black micron, and I've decided to go in and outline these pink and purple Floria, as well as adding some line work in on the petals. All right, so I'm going to take a yellow koi marker and add some yellow to the outside parts of these Floria. I'm going to add some Printemps into the centers, and make sure that your marker is dry so you don't have any bleeding as you're doing this. And I still feel like I need something else on here. So I'm going to go into the outer yellow part, and I'm going to add some line work on there as well, like little hatching lines. I'm going to add another layer of Floria. I still have a lot of background space, and I could go in and collage or paint, but I'm going to choose today to stick with these different layers, keeping it a monotangle, and adding another layer. Maybe they'll differ though than the 2 layers prior to this. All right, so I'm going to take my coin markers again and I'm going to add another layer of color into these new Floria. I have a lot of bold colors here, so I want to take something that's a little bit softer. So I'm using a General's blue chalk pastel, and I'm going to go in around as if there were shadows behind all of these flowers. And then I'll take my tortillon and I will smooth it out a little bit. I still want something else in the background, but I don't want it to be too bold. So I'm going to go back in now with that blue pastel, the same one I was just using, and just applying a little bit more pressure. I'm going to add some very subtle printemps in the background. Using a graphite pencil, I'm going to add some shadows. This is going to make things a little bit duller. If you want it to stay bright, then my suggestion would be to use chalk pastels to do some shading if you're choosing to do this step. I want to calm down my colors just a little bit, so I'm choosing to use the graphite. Let's take a white charcoal pencil now and add some highlights. And you can also use a gel pen as well if you would like to. Can't wait to see what you came up with and if you've changed anything, what color choices you have used, and what supplies you've used as well. Please share and post your tiles. Tag me at DANIGirlArt, DANI Girl Art. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 13.